Rockers and Mercuryans, our next topic for today's Rock Mercury Show is about Kim Kardashian becoming the new face of Balenciaga. Oh no, we're so surprised. We're so surprised. Now, why is this a news topic and why is she even in this topic? Because this is usually music news we talk about. Well, Kim Kardashian is a musician. She did make the like turn it up, turn me up, yeah, 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 turn me up. She made that song. We had to give her that. So she's a musician. So we're gonna discuss this situation because this drama has been trending like crazy lately. Now, Kim Kardashian, after all the controversy of the Balenciaga disturbing photos that involve children, came out and people were disgusted and did they boycotted Balenciaga because of how disturbing the images were, and not only the images, but there was another campaign that had the documents to a very disturbing child p word um, case that is just so disturbing that they would put that in there, like the symbology of it all. Like you have these disturbing photos with kids and these bears that have bondage gear on, which is like insane. Like why would you have those together? That's so crazy. And then you're gonna have this then you're gonna have like a bag on top of paperwork to this case that's gonna make it easier for kids to be taken advantage of and filmed. Like that is just blows my mind. It's insane. When Kim Kardashian originally came under fire because she was already repping Balenciaga at that time. She was working with them, but she wasn't the head and main face, the international main face, and basically a stock owner at this point of this company, Balenciaga. She wasn't that at that point. She was just really getting in good terms with the company, and they dressed her and all this stuff for like she was their model basically. Um, and when she was confronted with it, she was like, you know, I've seen the situation, and I am right now I'm rethinking and reconsidering my relationship with Balenciaga. You know, basically saying that she's gonna think about it and what did she say? It was something about reconsidering it. Um, and we all thought like, oh great, cool, she finally spoke up about it. It's way too late. She did it days after the situation happened. She didn't even speak out. Like people were immediately speaking out with outrage when these photos originally came out. Of course, Balenciaga came out and said, "Oh goodness, we didn't even know these photos. We didn't even approve these photos. We didn't know these were coming out. We're gonna sue the production company that put these photos out there." A lie, lie, lie. How in the world is a big company like Balenciaga worth so much money and owned by a company that owns even other huge fashion brands? How are they going to release a campaign that hasn't been seen by every level? Like when you're a big company like that, like you're whatever you publicly put out there, whatever is publicly facing affects the entire company. So you're telling me that they didn't see this advertisement and they didn't approve it before it went out? So of course they just threw the production company under the bus. And I was really mad about that because I've worked for production companies, and I've actually owned my own production company that I've kind of put on pause lately because I have other adventures that I'm going for right now. But when I was in Hollywood, I ran my own, and we did what the client told us to do. They knew every single step of the way. I work with very huge clients too, and it's like we do exactly what they say to do. Yeah, you're a photographer, you have the artistic directors, and I still have people on my team that still work in these fields, you know, with major celebrities. And so there's a method to all of this. Like there's so many layers and levels of approval for every single decision that's made in these campaigns. And so I do not believe for 1 second that they didn't know about these imagery, and that they didn't even add that they didn't like specifically ask for this type of imagery to happen. And so I just call BS completely. But Kim, like, let it pause. She's like, okay, let me just I'm reconsidering it. I'm reevaluating my relationship with Balenciaga. Okay, a few years have gone by now. All right, now it's time for me to release the news that I'm the new international face for Balenciaga. Me and my 4 kids. You know, I'm a single mother, 4 kids now. I will be real. Like I've worked with Kim before as a person. Like she's a sweet person. You know, she's hired me multiple times. Like she's a sweet person from the past, but like a lot of people act sweet and stuff, but they do shady things behind the scenes. And I have heard of a lot of shady things, but I'm not gonna. I can't like really attack her too much because all of Hollywood is so much snakery and disturbing situations. What I think happened is that her evaluating her situation with Balenciaga was really her getting a better deal, like a bigger percentage or a bigger payday for um, bigger payday to work with Balenciaga and to be that face, because she's gonna take all the flack for choosing to do this. By the way, she doesn't need to do this. She already owns Skims, which is evaluated at over $1 billion. And so it's like, why are you even doing this? Why do you even need to be a part of Balenciaga? Why don't you create your own brand and turn Skims into a super fashion label at some point? Like, why don't you just do your own thing? She didn't need it, but they must have offered her a lot of money to try to save the brand's reputation. You know, Miss Delta said children, in my opinion, don't need to be in high fashion models, so they're already young as it is. Yes, exactly. But so the fact that they have them in this campaign and the way they had them in this campaign, holding these bears with very inappropriate costumes on, it's like, what were they thinking? Like, they knew what they were doing, but it's like, did they think we were just gonna be like, oh, this is fine, this is okay, like, oh, that's such a cute campaign, like, oh, we love it, oh, I'm gonna get that for my kid, like what in the world? Like, it's just so disturbing. And as they looked deeper into the agency, into the company itself, they saw all types of other very disturbing Illuminati type of demonic things that they were doing that involved children too. And it was just like, wow, this company is obviously rooted in this type of evil behavior. But yet Kim is just gonna be like, oh, it's fine. I love Balenciaga. I have all these $400,000 worth of bags in my closet from them, and I'm just like, it's fine, you guys. It's fine. I'm just in the face of it. I think that behind all this and her accepting this is that she is losing relevancy in a way. I mean, she needs this drama, and she wants to somehow compete with our next topic, which we're going to talk about Kanye and Bianca. But she kind of wants to compete with Bianca more and more. Like, she wants to show that I'm the fashion girl, and the only company that would give her the face of their company is the disgraced Balenciaga that really should have just shut down after the scandal happened. They should have just said, you know what, we're liquidating the company. We've done messed up. We're done because we've been exposed. Um, it's a disturbing situation. And was it a smart move on Balenciaga's side? Oh my gosh, genius move on their side. From Balenciaga's standpoint, they just got the mother of four kids to be the face of their disgraced company that has shown that they have taken advantage of kids. It is just so, it's so dark. It's so dark. So it's a win for them. So who knows how much they paid her? Of course, they're not going to disclose that type of figures. But for her to accept it when she doesn't need the money, and to just basically put her tag and be like, oh yeah, it's okay that this happened. Who cares? The Balenciaga bags. Oh my God! As if she can't go to the same factories in China that they make their stuff at and make her own level of bags and her own brand of bags. Like, she didn't have to do this, and it just shows her true colors, that she'll do anything for a dollar. Um, and although she's a sweet person, like, part of her sweetness is part of the business, her business, like, acumen or whatever. So overall, it's just a really basic move. And her kids are gonna grow up one day and realize what's going on, and that their mother put them in Balenciaga growing up. Because I'm sure she's gonna have her kids drip down in Balenciaga even after this whole scandal happened. I've already seen North and Balenciaga when they were on this ski trip. That's when I knew something was brewing. When she started posting different, like, close-ups of the tag of Balenciaga and her post on Instagram. And I'm like, ooh, something. Like, she's still working with them, and she's about to release something. She's gonna announce something disturbing. And here she goes. I'm the new face of Balenciaga, Kim Kardashian. Like, oh my gosh, like, it's just, like, what else could she do though? What other brand is gonna be like, okay, Kim, you get to be the face of our whole brand, like the international face, like, and who else is gonna give her that? Not Gucci, not Louis Vuitton, not Prada, not Chanel, like, not, like, no reputable company would do that. But Balenciaga, they were put into a corner basically, and she got to renegotiate herself a big old announcement, to make, Kanye jealous. Who Kanye ain't even caring about her at all. Kanye ain't paying her no attention. He's all about his wife Bianca, who looks better than her and is more natural than her. And so it's a really sad basic situation. Congratulations to Balenciaga, you're gonna get your relevancy back. But Kim, shame on you, girl. Shame on you, Kim. You could have made your own company. You could have. Oh, anyway, it's all ridiculous. So everything's hypocritical in Hollywood anyway. So what can we really be surprised about any of this? Like, can we honestly really be surprised? Probably not. So we'll just forget about it. We'll forget that it ever happened. We'll forget that Balenciaga ever, put those kids in those compromising positions. Like we'll just forget about it. Like we all forget about everything else. So whatever. That's it for that topic.